So I just stepped out front to go to the van, and heard the telltale sounds of a swarm. I think they're gonna hit this parking cone. That's what it looks like. They're all crowding around it. It looks like that's where they're going. Yeah, baby. Sweet. Man, I should record this on regular video and then post it later. But here I am. Yeah, man, they're swarming into my parking cone hive. I don't know where they came from. Not sure which box. I'm gonna try to get a closer look. Yeah, right on. Man, I was waiting for this one. There was a whole bunch of bees around this. There haven't been bees around this in a couple of weeks. And you can see them all. You see them all in the air? There's just a massive cloud. I should put my veil on. They're landing all over me. Can you see them all? So this is what a swarm looks like. This is a swarm of bees. Somewhere in the midst of all these bees is that one queen. Sometimes more than one, but yeah, I think they're gonna use this parking barrel. Man, I'm so pumped. I was hoping for this very thing, that they were gonna swarm. One of my colonies was gonna swarm into this thing. And it looks like they're doing it. It looks like they're doing it. Man, what a mess. Where did they come from? They're just pouring up over the side of the building. I can't tell which one of my colonies, if it is from one of my colonies. I'm assuming it is, but yeah, right on. Man, can you see them all? Is the video even doing it justice? It's so sunny I can't see. Oh yeah, you can see. This is a swarm of bees. I'm so pumped, man. I'm so pumped they chose this barrel. I've been waiting for bees to go into this thing, and I'm hoping this one stays. It's a massive swarm. It's huge. And you can see I'm sitting right in the middle of it. They're landing all over me. They could care less. But yeah, they're packing it in. I'm going to try to see if I can't spot the queen. Make her way onto the... and in. Wow. This is so cool. It'll be amazing if I spot her. Nice. As my buddy Bruce would say, nice. Yeah, a bunch of bees. Wow. This is so cool. Look at them all. They're everywhere. They're all over my they were just all over my face. Hope I'm not giving any of you the heebie-jeebies. Can you hear it? You have to hear it. Amazing, isn't it? So this is a swarm of bees. If you see something like this show up at your place, let me know. You don't always see it happen, but with us all being home so much more, people are seeing these things more and more. Man, this is a massive amount of bees. I have no idea where they came from. I'm going to see if I can't get up out of the cloud here without getting stung, because I'm covered in bees. Holy smokes, there's a million of them. Yeah, baby. Love it. I fucking love it. Oh, sorry. Sorry for the language. So this, for those of you that don't know, is a road barrel. It's a parking barrel, or a construction barrel. I happened upon one of my excursions out and about, and I decided it would make a really cool hive. And what I did is I put concrete sonotubes inside of this barrel, and I made a lip and I made custom frames for it. I got a video showcasing how I built this thing on my YouTube channel. But anyway, it's insulated with foam all the way around that inner tube. It's insulated on the top, and it's got that 1-inch hole that's made from just a piece of pine I turned on my lathe, drilled a hole and made that entrance there. That's the only entrance. There's an exhaust, or there's a ventilation, 2-inch ventilation screened hole at the top on the lid, and also that piece of PVC is like a porthole for ventilation. I'm trying to keep an eye out for the queen. I got a little bit of breeze. If you see them shifting around, there's a bit of breeze up here, so they're kind of all just riding it. Man, this is so cool. I'm so friggin' pumped. These things are not at all meant to be practical. These were just for fun. You know, a lot of people take beekeeping really, really seriously, and you know, follow the book to the letter and write your own book. Look at this. Look at this amazing swarm that's just piling into this cone, man. It's incredible. I can't believe how many bees are still in the air. I mean, they're all over the place. They're still pouring in. I just don't know where they're pouring from. I believe it's from one of my colonies, but I really don't know. I really don't know where they came from. I don't care. I don't care. Man, this looks awesome. I'm just so stoked that this thing is getting this use. I had added a swarm to this earlier in the season, and it was a really finicky swarm. I chased that swarm into 3 different boxes before it finally settled down into one. And it was a tiny little swarm, and this swarm is massive. It's massive. They're piling in. They're all settling down. The air's settling down a little bit. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I don't know how anybody could ever be afraid of these things. I'm not zoomed in. I'm literally sitting right next to it. I'm trying to get eyes on the queen if I can, but it's kind of hard to see, and I've been babbling on here and not really paying attention. Seeing so many just pour in is a reasonable indication that she might have already been. And if you can see, they're marching their way down towards the entrance. The ones that are up top are making their way down and going in. So to me, that leads me to believe that the queen might have already gotten in there. This could be a multiple swarm or multiple queen swarm, although they all seem to be pretty intent on going down and in. There's quite a bit of bees around the back side of it and up top here. Got some drones in there. This is the porthole. That's the ventilation. Yeah, I think maybe this is just a single swarm, or just single queen swarm. I'm not seeing too much in the way of any other bowling activity. Man, this is incredible. I'm so freaking pumped, man. I'm hoping that they love this thing. It's really neat on the inside. The way I built the frames, I'm hoping that it works, and I'm hoping that they don't just make a big wonky mess out of it all, but we'll see. That's the fun part. You never know what you're going to get with these, and if it gets like that, I'm not even going to open it. I'm just going to leave it be, and if the inspector wants to try to inspect it, I'll let him deal with the mess. So cool, so friggin' cool, man. This is a huge swarm. I'm really curious to where all these bees came from. I've only got a couple of colonies that I think have enough bees to even create a swarm this big, but I don't know, maybe it's one of them. They all got extra space last week. This could just be a swarm from somewhere else. I really don't know. Until I go through all my boxes, I really won't know. Man, I just came down off the roof to go order some sandwiches for lunch. And walking out the front door, and this is what I heard. Buzz, buzz. Lots of buzz. So, you guys are getting a rare glimpse at seeing an actual hive or an actual swarm show up. A massive one too. Massive swarm. Still a lot of bees in the air. Still a lot of bees making their way down. Looks like they're landing up top or on the sides and trying to kind of jumping into the conga line. This is cool, man. This is really cool. I'm so pumped. So friggin' pumped. It's a beautiful sight. It's something to behold, man. I know you guys are watching it up close, but it is not the same as sitting here. The bees do not care one bit about me. They're just buzzing around or landing and getting back up and going. Wow, it's a lot of bees. Nice. Nice. That's what you get for turning your back for 1 second. I absolutely love this. I'm smiling ear to ear this whole time. And you see how fast it happened. I mean, I don't know how long I've been recording, maybe 10 minutes or so. And you can hear the difference in the air. Obviously, they're not nearly as prolific in the sky as they were. And as I get close here, you know, like I said, I'm literally right next to this. But we can see some of the behavior. Like you see little girls like this, got their butts in the air and they're waving their wings like mad. And they're sending the pheromone signals out to the other bees. Let them know, hey, this is the way. Queen's in the box, let's go. Or in the barrel, technically, I guess, in this instance. They're slowly filing in. I haven't seen the queen, but as you can see, a queen in the midst of all these bees is sometimes easy to spot. Sometimes she just pops up and you see her. Other times, not so much, but in this instance, I don't really care either way. Some other things I guess I can point out to you while we're right here. This right here is a drone bee. You can see the difference between the drones and the workers. The drone is the male bees. These bees do nothing but mate and eat. They're totally taken care of in everything that they do. They're fed, and that's all they do. Once they mate, they die. You can also tell the difference by their head. It looks like a fighter pilot. And then you can see the size difference, obviously, next to the worker bees. And look, you can see a difference here. Look at these drones, real dark. This drone, real golden kind of color. So you see them drones, and they're all different color varieties and shades. You know, you think they all look the same, and they basically do, but there's a lot of variation in their coloring when you get down and you're looking at them from colony to colony. And the drones, you know, carry on their mother's genetics as well. Oh, there's a queen right there. Maybe that's her. Can I see if she's got a mark on her there? That's her. I wonder if there's more than one. See that? Came up to give a lesson and I got one of my own. don't know what I should do here, if I should grab a clip or if there's already a queen inside. One of these queens will not make it. It's just the way it works. She looks to be a mated queen. Her abdomen's nice and full. Sometimes they just get confused and get mixed up with another one. What do you think, Bruce? I don't know what to think. Sometimes, like I said, these swarms have multiple queens. That's a second queen right there. She looks to be a mated queen. Now, I don't know if she's the only one, or the way they've been going in this box, it seems that there was already a queen that made her way in. I do not know that to be a fact because I did not see her. I just happened to spot this one as I was talking to you guys about drones. And that quick, I lost her again. She's kind of behind that rope. Whichever way where she's going. Oh, there she is. She's still on the bungee. Now they're paying attention to her. But these are some of those behaviors that you can't always tell. Like this could be the only queen in this swarm, and she just hasn't found the entrance yet. So many bees have gone into this, it kind of leads me to believe that there is already a queen inside. And this one's outside. Okay, I think I'm going to go and grab a clip. I'll leave you guys here to watch the bees. So I'm going to go ahead and grab her. You know what? Hang on a second. I got a tripod for this. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. This is a queen cage. If you are to purchase a queen, usually you purchase her in something like this. It's got holes on both ends. One of the holes is usually filled with candy, like marshmallow or fondant. It acts like a time release when they're shipped. Over the course of the first several days that the queen is in the hive, they'll eat through the candy and get to her. That just helps those bees get accepted by the queen. Or rather, the other way around, helps the queen get accepted by the bees. A lot of times when they order bees, they're not from a colony. They're just random bees shaken into a box and given a queen and put in the mail. A lot of times they don't survive very long. natural beekeepers and treatment-free beekeepers tend to like to let this kind of stuff happen so we can let the bees be natural. And you know, we still manage, I definitely manage them to try to prevent this, but sometimes you don't have a choice. I lost sight of that queen going to get the cage. There she is. Sorry, Marty, I can't talk right now. And there's the queen. So I'm going to put her, what I do is I put her in my hand like that, and the only way out is up through the cage. And generally speaking, she'll make her way up and just walk into the cage. I can feel her, and there she is. There's a queen bee. So I'm going to set her up here and see if they pay her any attention. I don't know, like I said, if that's the only queen in this swarm or if there's another one. They don't seem to be paying her much attention. So I don't know what to do, honestly. I think she might be a virgin queen. So what I'll do is I'll grab a couple of just regular bees. I'll grab a couple of regular bees and have them go in there with her as her attendants. Right now they don't seem to be paying her much attention. So my guess is that there's already a queen in the box, and that was an additional queen. We'll see. I'll leave her up there and see if she gets any attention paid to her. If they get a big mass of bees, sometimes they'll crowd around these stragglers, won't make it in, and they'll find her to be appealing, and they'll ball up all around her. Maybe I should set her somewhere else. I don't know if up there's good. It's a little breezy. Oops, sorry. So that was a swarm, man. You can see they've settled down and most of them are out of the air. I think I know where this came from. I think, but I don't know. I'll have to check through the box that I think it came from and double check. But man, this has been fantastic. I've been waiting for bees to get in this thing, and I wasn't sure they were going to, and today there was just a lot of activity around it. And sure enough, 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, as I walk out the front door, just heard it in the air. Heard the swarm in the air. I think this is a virgin queen. It seems like they're settled in, and there's another queen in this thing already. If I had to guess. Any of my other fellow beaks, let me know what you think. I found her late. They weren't bowling her up. They weren't, they weren't trying to kill her. They were just seemed like they were ignoring her. I don't know if that's because, it's the other queens got control of this swarm or whatever. but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll leave her up here for a little while and see what they do if they decide to pay her a little visit, pay her mind. And there it is, settled down. I do have some bees, like I said, paying attention to that queen, so what I might do is just leave her up there, let them settle down, let who's going to go in, let who's going to stay out, and maybe I can generate another little small colony from this little queen. I think she's a virgin queen. She looks a little small, but they are paying her some attention, so we'll see what happens. I do have a couple of colonies that are queenless, and I could take her up to my buddy's place too and drop her in there because they're queenless. But last couple times I've taken some of these virgin queens and tried to add them to queenless colonies. They've gotten rid of them and just made their own, or didn't. So we'll see what happens. It was a massive swarm, holy smokes. So my rooftops, I guess about 2,500 square feet. It's like 100 and something by like 25, or pretty close to that. And I got my custom hives all the way up at the front of the building, and as you can see, we're walking through the rest of my boxes here. I think that came from this box right here. This was and is, and I don't know if it's the case, but these bees were really busy. And they were queenless, and I just added a queen to them not that long ago, so I'm thinking that virgin queen might have came out of that box. They also could have come from one of these. These are the first two swarms I caught this season. The one on the left, March 28th, 29th, somewhere around there. They're packed. I got a few others that are big colonies. I got a couple of these 8-frame boxes. They're pretty good. They got a lot of space in there, and I was keeping an eye on them. These two are real strong, so I really don't know where these bees came from. Everything looks like it's pretty normal, and I didn't see any signs of swarming, what looked to be swarming activity earlier. I literally was up on the roof 5 minutes before that. I did the video about the Philadelphia hive, and then I came up, and here I am, and they came right up over the side of the building. So I don't know, maybe they came from somewhere else. Maybe they came from somewhere else and just decided to make here home. So either way, killer experience, great day. Amazing that they went into that barrel. I'm so freaking pumped, and we'll see what happens with it. Thanks guys, take it easy.